Hey, this is Mr. H. Hey, I wanted to go over a couple of inequalities to show you how to use your TI-NSPIRE calculator to answer inequalities. So first thing, I have a handout that has several inequalities. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do about 4 or 5 examples. What I would recommend is that you get a calculator and you try to do these with me. Don't watch me and think, okay, I got this. Do the questions with me. Get a graphing calculator and try to go along, follow along with me. If you need to, stop it, pause it, do what you need to do, and then resume. All right, so the first thing you see here is I have a -4 minus 4r is greater than or equal to a negative, parentheses, 8r plus 4 minus 7r. Now, we're going to use the graphing calculator to solve this. We're not going to do this algebraically. And then we're also going to graph it. So first thing, I'm going to go get my graphing calculator right here. Now, we're going to use nSolve. But we're going to make one change to the inequality. You can only use nSolve if you are dealing with an equation, not an inequality. You have to have an equation. So to get the nSolve, you're going to go menu 31. And it has the word nSolve. Let me see if I can make this a little larger. So yeah, and then you're just going to type in the inequality, but you're going to replace the inequality with an equation. So it's going to be a -4 minus 4r equals, because I replaced the inequality, and it's going to be a negative, parentheses, 8r plus 4. Close the parentheses, minus 7r, minus 7r. And then you put comma, and then r again, because that's whatever the variable you're trying to solve for, it always goes after the comma. Then you press enter. So what this means, let me go get a marker. I'm going to move this over a little bit. I need a marker. So where are my markers? Right here. So I'm going to write. So we're going to start. We're going to put a closed circle because it's got an equal sign. It's greater than or equal. I'm going to put a closed circle here. Now, and I know that the equation is going to be x, and then we're going to have 0. Now, I don't know if it's going to be greater than or equal to, or if it's going to be less than or equal to. I don't know that yet. So this is a question mark. I need to figure that out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a number either to the left of 0 or to the right of 0, and I'm going to store it. I'm going to choose 3. So I'm going to take the number 3. Let me stop this for now. I'm going to take the number 3 and I'm going to store it into the variable r. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to type in the original inequality. So it's going to be -4 minus 4r is greater than. To find the greater than, you go control and then the equal sign. So we need the greater than or equal to. And then it's going to be a negative, parentheses, 8r plus 4 minus 7r. And then I press enter. Excuse me. And I get a true statement. So that means that 3 is in the solution. So let me grab the annotation thing again. I need to annotate. So that means that 3 is in the solution, but anything to the right is going to be in the solution. That's what it's saying. So now I know that the answer, I'm going to get rid of this other stuff. Where is my eraser? Right here. I'm going to get rid of this and this. That's the answer. It's going to be x is greater than or equal to 0, because all of the numbers greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0 are going to be in the solution set. So that's all you're doing. Now let's do another one. I'm going to do. Let me click on this. I'm going to do number 3. And I need to clear the screen because it's got all that stuff on it. Clear all that stuff off. Clear and get rid of this. All right, so we have this inequality, a -5 times the quantity 1 plus 5r is less than or equal to a -24 minus 6r. So we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to use nSolve. So I'm going to get rid of this. Menu 15 gets rid of this. I'm going to do menu 31. And then I'm just going to enter this inequality, but I'm going to replace the inequality with the equal sign so I can find the boundary point. So I'm going to go -5, parentheses, 1 plus 5r. Close the parenthesis, and then I put an equal there, and then I'm going to go -24 minus 6r. And then I put comma, and then the variable is r. Press enter. It tells me that the boundary point for this inequality is 1. So if I go and annotate, I'm going to put a closed circle right here on 1. Now, I don't know if the arrow should go this way or if it should go this way. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a point either on the left or on the right. I'm going to actually pick, since we already had 3, I'm going to use this one again. So let's go. So I'm going to type in this inequality. And if I get a true statement, that means that the arrow should go this way. If I get a false statement, it means it should go to the left. So let me stop this annotation. And then I'm just going to key in the inequality. 5 parentheses 1 plus 5r is less than or equal to a -24 minus 6r. And then I press enter. And I get a true. So that means, again, if I can clean this up a little bit, that means that it's going to the right. And what I would have, where's my pencil? Right here. Where's my pencil? I need a pencil. I don't need this. Where's my pencil? Here. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be x is greater than or equal to 1. That would be the solution. Okay, let me do maybe one more. Okay, let's see here. Let me clear the screen of all this other junk. Clear all drawings, get rid of this. I'm going to go up. I'm going to do number 5. I do menu 15, get rid of this. So I got, excuse me, a -2x minus the quantity 6 minus x is less than 4x minus 16. So first thing I'm going to do is nSolve it to find the boundary. So we're going to do menu 31. And then I type -2x minus parentheses 6 minus x. Control equals, that's going to be less than. And then I got 4x minus 16. And then I'm going to put comma x and press enter. Uh-oh. What happened? Argument error. So let me make sure. Oh, I did what I told you not to do. It's got to have an equal sign. I wish I could say I did that on purpose, but I didn't. But that just shows you it's got to have an equal sign. Even I make that mistake. And so the answer for this one is 2. So now we don't know. So this is what we know so far. We know it's going to be, let me get the annotation. We know it's going to be x. And we know we're going to have a 2 over here. Now, I don't know if it's going to be less than 2 or greater than 2. So what I'm going to do is I am going to choose the, well, first of all, we also know that since this is 2, we're going to have an open circle there. Since this is less than, and it doesn't have an equal sign, so it's going to be an open circle at 2. Now we need to know, is it going to go to the left or is it going to go to the right? So I'm going to choose a different number. I'm going to store 7 into x. So let's go here and we're going to do 7, control store into x, press enter, bam. And then we just have to enter in the inequality, a -2. Actually, it's up here. Oh, well, I'll just do it. -2x minus parentheses 6 minus x. And then it's going to be less than 4x minus 16. 4x minus 16, and we get true. So that means when I go get my marker, that here, everything to the right is going to be in the solution set. So we would say anything greater than 2 is going to be a solution. So this is what we would do. And that's it. That's what you're doing every time. First thing you're going to do is you're going to find the boundary point. And the way you do that is you just take the inequality and you replace the inequality with the equal sign and then nSolve it, because you're going to have an equation. And then once you know where the boundary is, you just pick a number either to the left or to the right of the boundary point. You store that and you check it to see if that makes your regular inequality true or not. And then you can go from there. So I'm going to sign off. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, let me know. If it hasn't, definitely let me know. So let me go stop the recording. Bye.